Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here with our first new loco. We turned around and ran a ton of logs so that we could get the Mason Bogey for the Tier 2 loco with the Tier 2 cars. Ended up with a stack of 4 for now. And then we just at the tail end of that reached Tier 3. So then we turned around and picked up a caboose to turn around and put on the line. Haven't actually hooked any of it up. This is its absolute first. Just purchased. Haven't even hooked the stuff up yet. So it's going to be a first run test. Haven't tested any of it, to be totally honest. So except what runs out to the sawmill, but other than that, we did turn around and reach the iron mine. So we have that attached now. And we'll have to go see how this is all going to work out. A few questionable spots in the rail, that's for sure, at this point. So who knows? A few places that are low. Some of this groundwork gets, or some of this, with this map, you can kind of get, a little bit into the ground sometimes. I've noticed. Oop. Chill. Alright, there we go. Get a decent rollout. Just some of the yard stuff we've thrown in, just making things work, siding, stuff like that, but really none of this is permanent around the depot yet. We'll have to see how it expands. I'm not exactly sure where we will be bringing rails in or out. That is the logging camp back end there of the loop. So this obviously running out of the depot, nothing's going to be new here. Same, we're running down the main. Not sure if we're going to double track this main or not. That may definitely become a thing. Still kicking around the idea of whether we're going to turn this into like a club save file and just start, I don't know, going ham with the stock save file. Not sure yet. Open plains out here. That looks like it's weird. It's just the way the groundwork goes into the map. Here's one of the places where it gets kind of close and sketchy, whether the track is above it or not. That's an example. Put in some just basic signs, iron mine, log drop, and the finished wood for pickup, just for, as we're running on new rail so we don't get lost. Eventually we'll swap that out with some proper signage of, grades and stuff like that. Should bring it to a rest. It probably didn't need to stop it that fast. Although that might be far enough to get the back car. Let's get that started. That started. We are gonna run a mixed load this time, just because we're just getting the mine fired up. Excuse me. Be better to get that going and actually get it producing something rather than just dropping one off than the other. Normally I tend to just run one or the other up there. It just makes it easier to load unless you're running a big train or you can get a nice mix, but We'll just have to see. I'm not sure how long this train's going to get. We'll have to see what kind of power it's got, you know, is the idea, because I'm not exactly sure. This is going to be a mixed grade track. It's definitely not one solid grade the whole way up. I don't think anything on this line went over 3% at all. We do have a little bit of, well, I don't even want to say a little bit. We do have 3%, but it's definitely not a consistent grade, so we'll just kind of have to see how the train pulls. I had debated getting the Glenbrook, but then honestly figured this one just has, you know, the 1,000 more pounds of tractive effort kind of made it a slam dunk that we were going to go this route. Pulling hopper cars in the near future, we're going to need something that can at least get 4 or 5 of them going. And I'm not totally sure what the line between the smelter and the ironworks is going to be like. Still haven't been up to the smelter with this, you know, the pre-placed map. Really just kind of trying to take it one step at a time and take it as it comes, instead of having some big overall plan. That way, if anything, I can make later adjustments to a bigger plan. Just gives more to play through, if you ask me. So, alright, we'll jump in there. We are loaded and ready to go. Might take a little more oomph to get this going. I know we have a questionable piece of track coming up here where there was this mound up here caused a little bit of problem trying to get the track above it, so we'll just have to see how this runs. Hopefully the train goes over it smooth enough. Probably should have backed up the hill a little bit. Didn't. We'll just have to see. Hopefully this isn't going to cause too much of a problem. Alright, came up there okay. And it got across all of that okay. You can see a little bit of play with the train there, but nothing major. So, alright, first hurdle down. And not exactly sure which way the switches are flipped out here. Can't imagine that it matters much. This we did just kind of go with a rudimentary, it's a loop, quite frankly, right now on this end, just to get things going back. Again, this will all change, but this is just an easy way to get the train turned around for, you know, early running a lot of loads. I think 20 is about as fast as we can go, so it looks like it's doing that with 45%. So that's nothing. Let's see, does everything handle this at high speed? Nothing like a first test at max speed. Looks like we get a little bit of rock there, but nothing major. So yeah, that's gonna work. I mean, the faster locos are definitely not gonna run through it at top speed, but by then we'll have changed this end of the track probably anyway, so no big deal. And if it's a 20-mile-an-hour turnaround, it's a 20-mile-an-hour turnaround. Can't complain with that too much. I'll take 20 miles an hour. That's pretty good. And then we'll have to run this back, and then we will head up the new line. Almost looks like the bridge is sunk. It's funny. Probably could run it underwater. It wouldn't make a bit of difference. Alright, we will have one switch up here. Meaning it's the first time through the switch. Probably should pay a little bit of attention. We have enough speed coming down a little bit of a hill there. Shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully none of the trees take us off the loco. That is a thing. Even if the loco doesn't hit the tree, if you do, you get swept right off it. Alright, let's see if we can get this flipped on the fly. There we go. Good to go. And down the iron mine. The iron mine line. So this is the new one. dead tree corner is what this is. Wrap around the stump. Put this in. Eventually we are going to Y this over to the main just so that it'll make it easier to go back and forth either direction. So we did throw that in there. And then this is going to bring us around a little more power, I guess, and we can get a little more speed out of the thing. Let's go. I don't see why we can't run this at speed. Things should work. This one's all made to be nice, smooth, high speed, and hopefully bigger trains. Or should be running some longer trains on this layout. Alright, transition to the track and the wall. Go ahead and see if we can keep top speed. There we go. 20 miles an hour. See how everything handles. Nice and smooth around the corner. Oh, those trees are close. All good. No worries. There we go. So we did run the brown bridge work through there. And then we do have varying groundwork on this one. To be honest, things change around. That should probably change out the cap of this. This is going to get changed. We don't need the bridge work there, so that stuff will get changed a little bit. This is the one section of steel bridge. I could have got rid of this by running it out further. Didn't feel like I needed it in the angle, and I wasn't too sad about having a little bit. But that's the tallest section of the whole run. We're dragging the brake. No, turn that off. Alright. There we go. So you can see we went through wall work, which that's what we're going to have to do back there. You have the one trestle there, and then back to wall. Did go with the wood again on this turn. Nothing was side rails. Just didn't see the application for it in this one. It's all low enough, or most of it's low enough to do it. Just kind of used brickwork in the old bridge stuff. This, I think, we'll put in some groundwork there just so the road can cross. Still have a few adjustments here and there to make, but for the most part, it's in here. This transition still needs to be changed up. Alright, now let's bring this down. Not exactly sure how all of this section is going to work, so we won't go blasting through it. Alright. First time the train's been up here, so who knows? It's as likely that I missed a tree or a rock as anywhere else, you know? Wouldn't be the first time. Huh. Alright, coming around the corner. Hopefully everything in here works. Nope. Didn't get it stopped. Almost got it stopped. Alright. That's not horrible. I can... Oh. Don't ask the loco if that's horrible. From its perspective, probably not good. Ninja tree. You would think the loco would break that one, but hey. I figured that was possible. And see, this might still cause some problems too, so I don't know how it's gonna roll over that. Honestly, these should probably just go away. It's too close. Alright, we'll re-rail this and get this finished. That's not gonna be the end of the figure. Missed 2 right there on the last turn. About par. Alright, you gonna drop in there decent? Groovy. No chance you're gonna still roll, is there? No, didn't think so. We'll set that. Get a new Lincoln pin. That one's gone. That's not the worst derailment I've ever had, that's for sure. Get us here. Alright, that's good. There we go. It does happen from time to time. That's why we call it a test run and not a delivery. Alright, rolling through. That should give us good spacing to pick up with the hoppers. Now let's see if we get through here without wrecking. Alright, let's make sure we're getting paid. So many things to do. Oh, that's not gonna work. We got trees. Stop. Trees in the way. I already saw them. I suppose because it started up here at the industry and then cleaned everything as it went down. Probably didn't come back up here to clean up the start. Alright, let's get rid of all of that. And then this we're good, right? Yeah. Okay. Probably should get rid of the one right in the middle of the track. That'll be the one you missed. Alright, there we go. That should significantly increase our odds of success. Probably get paid for this one, right? No? Oh well. I'm not even going to bother stopping it. We'll get the load up here. That's all that matters. This is more making sure that the track actually runs than the load. Couple of trees in the way, that's no big deal. If we don't have to move any of the rail, then I'll still call this one a success. Alright, sit there, that should take care of that. Yeah, we probably still get paid for these. Yep, good there. And good there. So the only error on this one was operator malfunction dropping the load there. Otherwise, that all worked. There's that sticky on the back thing. Alright, go ahead and we'll kick this around the rest of the loop just to go ahead and make sure everything works. Probably put the telegraph booth over here in this opening or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll build something along the road. Alright. And that's going to do it. From there, it's just a nice, easy rip back on the rail. So, yeah, currently the telegraph booth's over there. Kind of ugly. But I guess we'll call that one a few bumps in the road or whatnot. But for all intents and purposes, that is going to be the iron mine line for Lake Valley stock map. So call that one a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.